Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the 2021-2022 school year. I am Senora Forster, the Spanish teacher. I'd like to tell you, especially for those of you who have students just entering Spanish for the first year, a little bit about how the Spanish program works. We have 4 levels: Spanish 1, 2, 3, and 4. As students begin level 1, it's a new thing for them. It's fun, it's exciting, and I hope they enjoy it for all 4 years. One of the things that I need to let you know as parents, and I've already talked to your students about it, is the fact that this is a skill you're learning. You need to be able to read it, you need to be able to listen to it, you need to be able to write it, and you need to be able to speak it. Okay, so we try to practice all 4 of those communication skills. One of the things that you should understand is that I am like a coach because this is skills that you're trying to learn. So as we go along through the school year, I will show your students the words. We will pronounce the words in class. We'll do readings, we'll do speaking. We will do listening activities. But until the students really take the words that they're given and make those words their own, they're not really learning Spanish. They're just kind of doing the class. So one of the things that I would ask you is that you make sure that your student understands that it's a skill that they must practice. Would you like to help your students practice it? Read the English words for them and see if they can give you the Spanish. That's one of the ways you can do it. Is your student falling behind in class? I've got a great idea for that. I'm here every day during IH. Plus, I'm available for private tutoring from 5 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock at night, most nights, just by appointment. We are going to do some celebrations this year, or should I call them commemorations of some of the Spanish holidays and special events. One of them that I would like to do is Day of the Dead. At Day of the Dead, they make a special bread. We may not be able to bring it to school this year. Not sure where we're going to be by then, but your students can make it at home and get credit for doing it there. It's not necessary, but it would be a great, fun adventure for you. And it's really good bread. The other one that we're going to do, and this should be able to be accomplished, is Cinco de Mayo, and that is in May, the 5th of May. One of the classes will make piñatas, and the rest of the classes can bring candy, and we'll put the candy in the piñatas, and we'll take them out to the tennis courts, and we will break them. It's really a lot of fun, and it's a great tradition. We'll try to do a couple other commemorations of some of the days, but some of them we will just do projects here at school. All right, let's talk about the grades real quickly. Grades, 5 points for homework. They need to have their homework done in order to participate in class the next day. If they don't have their homework done, they're not going to be able to do the listening, the reading, and the speaking. Maybe they can do the writing, but if they didn't get the writing done, probably not the other 3. Those are about 5 points. Then once or twice a week, we'll have a quiz over vocabulary or grammar or something else along those lines. And those are usually worth 5 to 20 points. It depends on how many items are included. Then at the end of each lesson, we also have an assessment. The assessment could be a project. It could be speaking. It could be reading. It could be writing. Or it could be a special project that they do. If you ever have any questions and you want to get a hold of me, the best way to do that is through the school email at nforster@fvdistrict221.org. Looking forward to hearing from you. Adios.